This is me at 162 pounds and 19.4% body fat on May 15th, 2024. Fast forward 30 days later and I'm down 11 pounds and 3.9% body fat, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I did it. What's up guys, Brody Nicholas here, and welcome to episode 8 of my 90-day body transformation. Today is a big day, a huge day. It's the big 3-0. I'm exactly 1/3 of the way done with this transformation, and honestly, I'm feeling a lot of things. I'm feeling really good, I'm feeling really confident, I'm feeling really healthy. But on the other side, I'm wondering, am I doing enough? Is my body changing? Is it changing fast enough? You know, the first couple weeks of doing anything is always really fun, but I've officially been doing this challenge for 1 whole month. That's a lot of time, and I feel like today I really need to see some positive results to keep me motivated. I know a lot of people going through body transformations usually push a very specific diet, like paleo or keto or carnivore or whatever, and to be honest, I feel like they all work if you're 100% consistent with it. After years of trying different diets, I've decided that I just wanted to live a well-balanced lifestyle and have just a well-balanced diet. So what I do is I just count my macros with an emphasis on having a little bit of higher protein, but that's about it. And what I do to do this is I have a scale and I also have a free macro tracker on my iPhone. I also decided that during this challenge, I was gonna keep my social life. So that means I'm gonna keep drinking alcohol.
Thank you, sir.
Again, I'm sure results can be expedited if I completely cut out alcohol, but for this transformation, this was the choice I made. It was really important to me that I can show all of you that you can achieve your dream body while living a balanced, fulfilling lifestyle. Now let's see if I can put my money where my mouth is. So here's my physique exactly 30 days ago. I really didn't know what to expect, but I was just hoping for something. And here's my physique today. As you can see, I've still got a ton of work to do, but I'm feeling pretty good about where I'm at, 1/3 of the way into this challenge. Although I can definitely see some positive changes in these comparisons, I know the true reality lies in the InBody scan. So here we go. We're here at NutriShop. I decided to walk today, get my steps in, and now it's time for the moment of truth. I feel like I'm gonna be down to 16-17% body fat. I know that's being optimistic, but we're about to find out.
A few moments later.
I'm down to 15.5% body fat. Guys, I wanted to tell you I was confident that I would get a 16, but I felt like that was too optimistic. So I said 17, 16. I'm 15.5%. So hyped right now, day 30. Feeling good about this cheat meal I'm about to have. Oh, let's go. Not gonna lie, getting this news is super validating and feels really good. I'm no nutrition or fitness expert, but I just knew that if I stayed true and consistent in what I believed in, I could make it happen. Looking at the InBody scan overall, I was able to lose 11 pounds and 3.9% body fat, which is awesome, but I unfortunately also lost 1.6 pounds of muscle along the way, which leads me to the 2 struggles I face during the first 30 days of this challenge. One of those struggles is that I haven't been able to get enough protein every day. As I mentioned earlier, I count macros with an emphasis on higher protein, but as I look back at the past 30 days, I definitely dropped the ball on the protein. Although I was able to keep my macros low, which is great for cutting weight, I neglected keeping my protein high, which is necessary for maintaining and building muscle. I was a little too fixated on the calorie count, which is something I'm going to be super aware of in month 2 and 3, and I got to really work on getting my protein in early, so at the end of the day, I don't feel out of luck when my calories are high and my protein is low. If any of you have any good tips on how to get your protein in early and abundantly every day, let me know in the comments. Another challenge I faced over the past 30 days is staying motivated to lift heavy in the gym. I have no problem burning calories, but lifting heavy, I'm just not a fan of, especially when I'm by myself in our apartment gym. I work out with Katie a few times a month at Functional Fitness, which is nice. But outside of that, I've had a really hard time finding people to lift with, so I'm definitely going to be using my class pass a little bit more in month 2 and 3 so I can get under some heavier weight. An official PSA, if you live in or around the OC and you want to work out, hit me up. As an overall breakdown in my first month, I ate about 2,000 calories per day and actively burned about 1,000 calories per day on my Apple Watch. Again, nothing too crazy, but what really helped me this month was consistency and balance. There were definitely days where I didn't close my mood rings, and there were definitely days where I ate over 2,000 calories per day. There are actually some days where I had 2,000 calorie meals a day in Hawaii, which you can check out on my last episode. Overall, I kept it really balanced. Speaking of calories, today I'm gonna go have a true cheat meal with my friend Joe at a local pub. I told you guys I was gonna have a cheat meal. 8-ounce Wagyu burger with the fries. I haven't had fries in so long. Out here with my boy Joe. So in my head, the way I played this whole 90-day transformation out is I was gonna slim down the first 30 days, bulk up and build some muscle the second 30 days, and the last 30 days I was gonna cut to have a full shredded look.
But after this conversation with Joe, I'm starting to realize I might not have enough time to do everything that I anticipated doing.
But since you asked the question of should I bulk on a 90-day cut, no, you shouldn't bulk. What you need to do is you need to keep your protein high. So I recommend 1.5 to 2 grams of protein per pound of desired body weight. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you're going to have about 300 grams of protein a day to preserve the muscle, because protein is the #1 building block for muscle.
It was actually great to hear Joe say this, because not getting enough protein was already an issue that I saw on my own. So even though I might not be able to get bigger on this challenge, if I was aware of the protein intake more in my first 30 days, I might have been able to keep that 1.6 pounds of muscle that I unfortunately lost.
You want to do heavy resistance weight training.
Okay, now I feel like I somewhat know what I'm talking about, because here Joe points out the second challenge that I faced in my first 30 days.
Heavy weight training is going to stimulate the muscle. It sends a signal to the muscle for the muscle to build, but since you aren't on a calorie surplus, it's hard to build because you're on a calorie deficit. But at least it's going to preserve the muscle that you have versus losing more muscle.
So my thing now then is the grim reality that for the next 60 days, I'm not going to be able to get bigger.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get bigger, but that's not the point. The point is keep.
I'm 5'8". I started this challenge at 165, and supposedly I just got on the scale and I'm 151. Like, that is like tiny for me. So there's no way I can lose any more weight, right? Because my hope was to be solid at 160.
I mean, you can still lose weight because you still have fat to lose, right?
But so that means I'm gonna be like 135 at the end of this thing? Like, what the fuck?
Could be a possibility.
Oh man, this was not the plan.
Not necessarily though, because you can still preserve the muscle, right? Burn the fat. But depending on how much fat you have, you know, like in your belly and stuff,
Yeah.
that could be pounds that you're going to lose, you know. But ideally, if you can preserve as much muscle as possible, you lose 5-6 pounds of fat, keep the muscle, you know, you're still going to look a lot better than somebody that's 135 and no muscle.
Right, that's true.
Having this talk with Joe was definitely a reality check for me. Again, not being super educated in fitness or nutrition, I kind of just dreamed up this 90-day plan without really knowing what was scientifically possible. So having some insight from a guy like Joe who's been in the game for years really gave me a good perspective. Although I may not be able to gain a whole lot of muscle in these 90 days, I can still preserve what I got, so I'm definitely upping the protein and lifting heavier. And even though science might not be on my side to get my dream body in 90 days, I can still get closer than I've ever gotten before and get in the best shape of my life. So every day closer to that finish line is still a win for me.
So we just got done with lunch. That meal was so good. I haven't had a meal like that in a while. Nice to have a drink, just one drink. And we're in beautiful Brea. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day to be 15.5% body fat.
Huge thank you to Joe from NexGen Prep for all the insight, and huge thank you to all of you for continuing to follow this journey. Not only am I getting in the best shape of my life, but I'm having a blast doing it. If you're loving what you're seeing, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and smash the bell button. I know it's so redundant and probably so cliche hearing YouTubers ask to subscribe every video, but honestly, it helps so much. And every time I see that subscriber count go up, it really motivates me to keep pushing out this content. So again, thank you so much, and I'll see you next episode. Let's keep getting jacked.